We actually have insects today, which is actually really awesome. Some Vaylantz innovations, if you can consider it that, and then a very interesting tech choice coming out of Labyrinth, of all things. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. We're starting things off today with some insects here. And you know, I love Gokipo. I love all the little shenanigans that you can cause with these guys. But it's not all that often that you actually tend to see this deck, you know, outside of the occasional grass and mill deck here, actually working out. And I think that's kind of interesting to actually see what was pulled together for this. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. You actually do get to play the one copy of the Bear Graham, and then of course the one Beetrooper Assault Roller, the one Scale Bomber, and then triple Scat Buggy with your two Sting Lancers, your two DD Crows, your triple copies of Gokipo with your one Guard Mantis. You also have the one Mighty Neptune, your one Crawler Gagal, triple copies of Soma, your one Spine with your triple Maxi, your Space Rock. Of course, we get to play the Praying Mantis here. Triple Resonance Insect with one Retaliating Sea, the one Beetrooper formation with triple Landing, two Cold Bite, your one Crossout, your one Gold Sark, your one Instant Fusion, and then we have one Fly Instinct and one Infinite Permanence here, wrapping up your main deck. Down the extra deck, you got one color Neurogos. You have the one copy of the Hakurino, and then, of course, Papillion, Almirage, two copies of the Pico Falania, and then Invincible Atlantis, and then Cross Sheep, the Armor Horn, Apo, Axis Machine, Sincata King, Absolute Hercules, the Giant Insect, and then the Cruel Serranus here, which actually is your instant fusion target, by the way. This card is actually the nuts here. Wrapping up, there's not a lot to really say about this deck. It's just insect combo, you know, climb up to the insect lines and, you know, generate advantage through it. Next up here is Vaylantz. So the first thing that caught my attention with this is we're playing the DDD scale here with the dog and the Vice Requiem here, and we're also playing Falsodina Pachycephalo in here. The Falsodina 100% searchable, which I love the fact that the OCG has been discovering ways to kind of abuse some of these little subplot points down here. And then, of course, you know, we can also do the masterful Shiranui saga with the transaction rollback through the Beatrice. I kid you not, like, these, I am going to call these innovations because I do think these are very interesting for the ideas that you can kind of splash together with this deck. But this deck's ceiling is actually incredibly interesting. So we have two copies of Curtain Riser with your triple Ash Blossom, your one Doggo, and then of course we have one Vice King Requiem, one Falsodina with your one Zero King Rage, triple Maxi, and then of course we have two Vaylantz Ninja, the one copy of the Extraordinary Performer Pile Duelist, two copies of the Archer, triple Priestess, and then we have one General Coral, triple copies of the Wakashi with your two Baron, then the Duke, and then the triple Marquise, and then the triple Viscount. And then we have two Called by the Grave, your two Dark Contract with the Gate, your triple Solo Activation, and then of course the Place of the Beginning, the two copies of Wyson, and then two copies of the Shinram Bosho. And then of course you got the Unchained Abomination, your Celine. Of course we get to play Rotem. And then, of course, I mean, the thing that makes this deck possible, Mr. Electromite. Boral Sword, your two Beyond the Pendulums, Apo. And then Gallant Granite, Raz. And then we get Deuce, Beatrice, Baron, Grand Duke, and then the Chronochasm Vaylantz itself. And then, of course, you got two Denkos, two Godarlis, the Draco Slayer, two Nibiru's, one Harpy's Feather Duster, one good old copy Secret Village, and then the Talents, Masterful Shiranui, unable to play the game Saga. Yeah, General Floodgates are amazing. And then we have two Infinite Permanents, one Red Reboot, and then one copy of Transaction Rollback here. Wrapping up probably one of the most unfun experiences you can have. Not only do you have to sit through like full DD combo ending on a Falsodina, but you might also get blasted by a Masterful Shiranui Saga. Next up here is Stun. Now, of course, every time I see a Stun deck come out of the woodwork here, it always puts a smile on my face, because this deck is... It's always hilarious to see the innovations and things people come up with. And it looks like right now the safest bet is the Barrier Statue of Torrent, just because, I mean, you can establish this, your opponent looks at it and goes, what am I supposed to do about that? Water is, it's not necessarily in spring right now. So we have two Torrents. You got the two Shifters with your triple Fairy Tale Luna, two Inspector Lads with one Fiend, and then of course we have the triple Card Demise, two Dimensional Fissure with your two Potted Zizes, triple Duality for filtering, two Scapegoats with your triple Morganite, triple Upstart Roblin, and then we've got triple Compulse, two Mere Force, triple Solemn Judgment, two Steve Reichs, and two There Can Only Be Ones. And then you have plenty of room in your extra deck. This deck's not playing anything that like really cares too much about its extra deck. But we got the Zero Boros, two Avermax, one Lingaribo, one Link Spidey with one Nightmare Unicorn, one Nightmare Phoenix, your one Cerberus, your one IP, one Boral Sword, one Asa, and then of course one Axis Code. I mean, it's just scapegoat value. And then, of course, we have the Turtle, your one Kurikara, two Sphere Mode, two Prohibition, two Raigeki, a Swords of Concealing Light, an evenly matched, or two Rescue Flame, Ferret Flames, one Ice Barrier, and then we have one copy of Red Reboot here, wrapping up your Stun Take. Now, Labyrinth here is playing Power Sync Stone. I didn't think I would see this. So each time a monster effect is activated, place a Spell Stone counter on this card, max 2. While this card has 2 Spellstone counters on it, face-up monsters on the field cannot activate their effects, and their effects are negated. And then during each main phase, remove all spell counters from this card. This is going to be a rotating skill drain that you'll be able to basically get your first effect every single turn, which is actually kind of interesting. It actually bypasses like playing around skill drain, which... interesting. So we have triple copies of Ariana, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. We also get to play one copy of Farfa, triple copies of the Chandelier with triple copies of the Cuckoo Clock. We also got triple copies of the Stove. And then we have one Lady Labyrinth with one Lovely Labyrinth. And then we have triple Maxi. And then we have triple copies of Soul Resonator. And then one copy of Labyrinth Setup. And then, of course, we have triple copies of Pot of Extravagance, just so you can get, you know, all the free value that you want in the world. And then we have triple Big Welcome Labyrinth, one Eradicator Epidemic Unfun Virus, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, triple copies of the Power Sync Stone, and then triple copies of Transaction Rollback. And then, of course, you have 2 Underworld Goddess, 2 Azalea, 2 News Reporter with your 2 Dahark, 2 Baguskis with 1 Zeus, triple Chaos Angel, and we're actually playing a Black Rose here. Then our side deck here is triple Effect Veiler, triple Retaliating Seat, triple Tackle Crusader, 1 Dimensional Barrier, 1 Eradicator, triple Evenly Matched, and then, of course, we do have to bum off the skill drain in the side deck here, wrapping up, well, something, Power Sync Stone is very interesting to me. The fact that, you know, actually giving consideration to this card, I think it's actually kind of worth it. It makes sure that, you know, you can at least get 1 Labyrinth effect off a turn before, you know, this starts doing its thing. And, I mean, when was the last time you saw this card actually be meta relevant? I'll give you a hint. Star Strike Blast, of all places. Next up here, hey, it's Volcanics. We're actually playing the Dynab base here. For light points, lower your opponent's special summons from your hand during your main phase 1 and Confusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control other than monsters from your hand or field. Okay, well, excuse me. From your hand or field is material. My bad. We got the bird and the volcano. Oh my gosh, we're just gonna cheese burn our opponent. Yu-Gi-Oh! So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. We got the 1 copy of the Great Harinari Fire. And then, of course, Dynab base here. You gotta love this. We also have the 2 copies of Heat of the Fire Channeler, triple Maxi with your 1 Nibiru, 2 copies of Volcanic Emperor with your triple copies of Rimfire. I also have 2 copies of Volcanic Rocket, triple Scattershot with your triple copies of Shell, and then, of course, triple Volcanic Trooper, 1 Blaze Accelerator with triple Bonfire, 2 copies of Called by the Grave, 2 Fire Ejection with your 1 Foolish Burial Goods, and then 2 Pot of Extravagance. And then, of course, we have the 2 copies of the Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. We have 2 copies of the Reload, 1 Kurenai, 1 Emission, and then we have 1 copy of the Inferno here, wrapping up your main deck. Down here in the extra deck, of course, we do get to play the Salaman Great Link monster because, you know, fire and value. That's why Rescue Ace actually plays it, because the card's amazing. I also have 1 Almirage, 2 Anima, the 1 Lingaribo, the 1 Nightmare Unicorn, with the 1 Cerberus, 1 Hida with your 1 Barricade Borg Blocker, 1 Access Code, 1 Psychic End Punisher with your 1 Lava Vault Salamander. Okay, we're actually making this. I have the Volcanon, and then 1 copy of the Blaze Phoenix OTK Fun card. And then we have 2 Denko Rekka, 1 Lava Golem, 1 Volcanic Queen with 2 Cosmic Cyclone, your Feather Duster, your Lightning Storm, your Mind Control, your Raigeki, your Talents, your Fragrance, your 2 Evenly Matched, and then, of course, 1 copy of Inferno down here, wrapping up the main deck. And last but not least, we're playing the Pillar here. If this card is summoning an equip spell from your deck to your hand, then if this card is in attack position, it goes to defensive mode. And then this card is destroyed by battle card effect. You take 2,000 damage. Yes, this is Kaiser Coliseum Lock with Minkanko. This is actually hilarious. So we have 1 copy of Ash, triple copies of the Pillar, 1 DD Crow with your 1 Maximus, 1 copy of Hare, 2 copies of Huli, triple Nightmare Corrupt Ridley with your triple Maxi. We also have 1 Nini, triple copies of Ohime with 2 Called by the Grave, your 1 double-edged sword, triple Kaiser Coliseum. Of course, we have the Minkanko Dance, Fire Dance, the Kagura, the Reflection Rondo, triple Water Aberraske, triple Nadir Servant, 1 Pot of Prosperity, 1 Minkanko Ceremony with your 1 Rivalry, 1 and 2 splitting away here. And then we have 1 copy of Shirag, Frigette, the Celine, the Secure Gardena, Almirage, the Unicorn, the IP, the Access Code, the Breaksword, Acid Golem, okay. And then, of course, Aggregator, Zusi Wusi, 2 Herald, and then 1 Ants. And then we have triple Lava Golem, triple Thunder King Kaiju, 1 Featherless, 2 Lightning Storm, triple Evilly, and triple Solemn Judgment here. Wrapping up some of the more interesting things I've seen out here. So what do you guys think? Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.